Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lieutenant Skip with Earn My Badge, and today we're going to be talking about another video to help you out during your oral board. This is, again, one of the significant steps in your process that will either make or break you becoming a police officer, a sheriff, or a state trooper. Today's question is going to be very specific to the oral board and something that I encountered quite a bit, whether I was at a career fair at a military base, the schools, or out in the community. A lot of people came up to me and asked, what can I do to really help myself stand out from the crowd? And, one of the things, my favorite question that I asked them was, well, why do you want to do this job? Why do you want to become a police officer? In this climate where it is very challenging, there's not a lot of, support in some areas. Why do you want to come onto this job? And generally the answer I got was, you know what, I want to help people. I've always wanted to become a police officer. I've always wanted to enter law enforcement. And at that point, my response would be, that is great. I'm glad that you feel that way, but I need more. That answer right there that they typically gave was surface level, almost like a textbook answer, right? If you want to stand out from the crowd, you need to dig deeper. You need to give some context. You need to be able to relate to stories and be able to really put yourself into that response. Okay? What I told people is that generally the ones that have been successful with this question are giving answers and using an experience that they encountered. So I want you to think back, whether you were a younger child, a teenager, a young adult, did you ever see anything that involved law enforcement or first responders? Maybe you were standing on the side of an accident. Maybe you saw someone getting hurt. Maybe you saw an assault, domestic violence. Maybe you saw a tragic incident. And you also saw the response from a police officer, a sheriff, someone in law enforcement coming onto that scene and really putting some order to that chaos and being able to help the people who needed it at the time. Or maybe you were a victim at some point where you needed law enforcement there. You needed a police officer to help you out. And the person who came to you, that whether they were a sheriff, a state trooper, or a police officer, that man or that woman came to you as a police officer and helped you in your time of need. When you needed someone, they were there. They treated you with respect. They were compassionate. They did whatever they could to help you through that time. Maybe they followed up with you and that made an impact. Maybe that's what really transitioned you in your mind to say, that is what I want to do. Maybe you had someone in your family who was in law enforcement and you heard the stories that they encountered during their career. And maybe there was one specific story they said, you know what, that is me. That is what I want to do. And that is what I'm trying to do here today. Take some time to think about this. It's not easy. Maybe you're seeing stuff that is going on in the community right now, or maybe you've had a friend who just really had a bad experience. What about that really compels you to become a police officer, to go out there every day? And it needs to be compelling, right? Because as a police officer, you will be cold, you will be wet, you will be hungry, maybe all three at the same time, many times during your career. So what is your motivation to come on this job, and even with that, being cold, wet, and hungry, that you still want to do this? Find that answer, and you will be able to stand out from the crowd. If you have questions, feel free to hit me up below. Be sure to hit subscribe so that way we can continue to get this information out to you to really help you out during your oral board and your application process. I'm Lieutenant Skip, and good luck.